Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I have the rotating Beads of the Month Club for July 2022 that I received to share with you all. And the one I happen to get this month is the Double Fire Polish Beads Club, which comes with 8 containers of these high quality check glass beads in a specific theme and color palette. And the rotating club allows you to actually rotate through all of their different Beads of the Month clubs. You get a different one every single month, and you have the option of choosing between the single size, which is smaller, and the double size, which gives you twice the quantities of beads. I definitely recommend checking out their website for all of the details and information about their different clubs, because there's a lot to take a look at. And I will leave that as well as a coupon code right down below. The coupon I have is Opal10. That will save you 10% off the first month of your first club, and you are welcome to sign up for more than one if you'd like to. The other package I have here on the left is their Findings Companion Pack, and that is an optional add-on to your monthly bead subscription if you'd like. That comes with high quality metallic components and findings that you could use along with your beads from this month or from prior months. And the color of the metallic components changes from month to month too, so you build up a nice little stash of those over time. And there's no additional shipping cost on that above the cost of that add-on to go along with your bead club. As you can see, here is the package called Strawberry Milkshake. That is the theme of the Fire Polish Club. We have the list of 8 different containers, also giving us the quantity and the retail cost, so you can see that you do save a little bit over retail by going with these monthly packages. And we'll do a little flip over. Lots and lots of beautiful pinks, a little bit of white, some fun goodies that we'll take a closer look at. And before we get into the beads, let's take a brief look at the findings for this month. It looks like I received the antique silver assortment. And you may have received the same one. You may have also received something different if you get these clubs as well. It just depends on your rotation and what they have in stock at the time. But again, you can see the list of everything that is included. And here's a flip over of that. Let's take a closer look at all of these components for just a moment, and then we'll take a look at our beads. And the first item on our list is the Hollow Puff Coin Flower Pendant, which is really unique. You can see why it is called the Hollow Puff Coin Flower Pendant. We have the floral detail, and it is open, and it is the same on both the front and the back. So that's really interesting and different. And then it comes with a coordinating bail, as you can see, that's got the flower detail at the top, and you can pinch that directly into the loop at the top of this pendant. Next are 2 pairs of French hook ear wires with these stoppers, and these are a really interesting shape, and they don't have the coil or ball detail on the bottom. It looks like you could string whatever you want to on that, such as a sparkly crystal bicone, and create your own beaded loop at the bottom of the ear wire, which is pretty cool. So that's something else unique and different, yet simple and minimalist at the same time. Next is the garland clasp set. So we have 2 of these toggle clasps that are the same on the front and the back, and they also have a floral and leafy detail, which coordinates with our other findings as well as the color. They've also provided us with a really nice floral themed button, which will make for a beautiful button clasp, especially on a bracelet. We also have a unique set of 4 of these 2-inch head pins. They're 21 gauge and have the 6mm floral detail on the bottom. So you can see that we get things in these Findings Companion Packs that are just a little bit more unique and different and high quality, things that are a little bit more special than your run-of-the-mill, very basic findings. And I always really appreciate the different things they send. And you'll typically get an assortment like that, including many different types of items that you could put together, which is helpful, especially if you don't already have the same color in your stash to go along with what they send. And they send things that are pretty basic too, just like your jump rings that you can see here. We have 10 of those 20 gauge 4x3 jump rings. And even these, I appreciate that these are oval. They tend to be more secure in jewelry making because of the way that they sit with the opening off to the side, as opposed to a circular jump ring that would allow for things to slip off a bit more easily. So that's it for our findings. And now I'll bring the beads back in so we can take a look at each of these containers one at a time. Our first container is holding 60 pieces of the Rosaline AB drop beads that are 5 by 7 millimeters in size. I put a few of these sparkly goodies in my hand, and you can see that drop shape with the faceting that's located more towards the bottom and the hole that runs up and down the length of the bead. Classic smooth and glossy fire polish in that light rosaline pink with the AB coating that shows up on parts of the beads and gives them the iridescent reflective quality. Our second container is holding 40 pieces of the opaque white crow beads that are 4 by 6 millimeters. So these remind me of a more high quality and nicer looking pony bead, the way that they have that cylindrical shape and the wider hole. And these are opaque white glass. They do have the faceting that runs all around the outside of the beads, which adds that additional texture and subtle reflective surface area. Container 3 is holding the gold marbled opaque pink rosebuds in 7 by 8 millimeters, and there's 20 pieces included. Those are just gorgeous. I love how they're cut, giving us the rose-like shape, so they're more interesting than a basic round bead, even though you could use them in place of one. And they have a really pretty light, creamy opaque pink in the background with this gold dusting that really brings out some of those details of the shape. They almost look carved. Container 4 is holding the crystal / rosaline triangle cut beads that are 6 millimeters, and there's 50 pieces included. And these are basically very similar to a round bead, except for the fact that they've got these 3 cuts around the outside, giving them 3 slightly flat areas around the outside of these beads. They have the hole that runs right through the center, and part of the bead is crystal clear, but then you get that gorgeous silky looking pink that ribbons through those beads in certain areas. Up next are the milky pink rondelles, 3 by 5 millimeters in size and 100 pieces in the container. So these are a little bit more of a compressed round. They still have some of the faceting around the outside, but they're very smooth and polished. And they do have that milky appearance to most of the beads, although some areas are a little bit more transparent. And there's a little bit of variation in color, with some areas looking just a little bit more purplish and lilac colored. In container 6, we have some 4 millimeter coated rounds. They are the pink coated crystals, and there's 200 pieces included. Get a lot of these gorgeous classic shape and size of fire polish to work with. Great if you have a project where you need, say, 4 strands worth in all the same color, and they have a beautiful cotton candy pink coating that covers the crystal clear, so they let some of the light through. And this is just a portion of them in my hand. Very generous quantity. And again, this is the double size club. If you were to sign up for the single club, you would get half the quantities. You'd still get the 8 containers and different types, just less beads overall. In container 7, we have some chalk lila luster rounds. These are the 6 millimeter size, and there's 60 pieces. So here's a few of these close up for you to take a look at. This lighter colored pastel pink that has a bit of a luster or slightly metallic shine over top of the pink. And these offer us yet another shade and style and size to work with that you could put together with these other beads from this month's package in this beautiful pink palette. And our 8th and final container is holding the white rose luster rounds in the 5 millimeter size with 80 pieces included. And these are more of a muted pink. They have some of that white that comes through from the background. And that pink looks to be similar in style to like a watercolor over the top, where some of the color is concentrated more in certain areas than others. And you can see as I move them under the light, they do have that slightly shiny metallic look over the top of the glass, giving us that luster coating. So that is everything for our Strawberry Milkshake Double Fire Polish Beads of the Month Club, our 8 different types in a lovely combination. And every month, if you decide to sign up just for the fire polish, you'll get a variety similar to this, but they may be different shapes and sizes of beads. And the color palette and theme will change every month also, so you don't always get the same thing. You typically do see different sizes of the fire polish rounds, especially the 4mm, sometimes 3mm, and then you also get some more interesting shapes such as the roses and the drops and the crow beads that you see here, things like that, but also could be different as well. But of course, you can check their website for all the details on that. This is just one of their many different clubs that they have to offer that you can sign up for on a monthly basis. Or you can choose to rotate around like I do with these and get a different one every month. One other perk of their subscription is they send you a link every month on your paper invoice that comes with your package that gives you access to a website where you can download 3 free beading patterns every month. And a lot of times those incorporate some of the more adventurous shapes, such as things that you might see in their Hot and Trendy bead club or their 2-hole bead club, which happen to be 2 clubs I will be coming back to share in the next week or so, because I usually get those single clubs on a monthly basis also. So if you're curious to see which ones I received for this month, stay tuned for that video to come a little bit later. And remember, if you'd like to try them out, I have that coupon code OPAL10, which will save you 10% off your first club. And I will leave that as well as the link to their website right down below. And once again, I love what they sent. I think they did a fantastic job with the theme, the quantities. The beads are high quality and beautiful. Just what you expect, really. It's a very consistent club and one that I recommend, especially if you know the types of beads that you like to work with, because you'll get those consistently month after month. And the findings are also a very welcome assortment as well, with their unique qualities and details, which can really help elevate the look of your jewelry. So that's all I have for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me once again for this unboxing and checking out the subscription up close. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Hit the big thumbs up if you enjoyed checking out these contents. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and also feel free to share the video with your other beading friends. I will see you all again soon. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.